Alrighty, here we go. Oh, there's a Bronto right below us. 85. These are the two radios that we got. I think they're pretty great. Well, yeah, they're alright. They're alright. This one is okay. This one is like, meh, kind of mediocre. Here are the stats. They both have the same melee. And I think that may be the only thing they have in common. Yeah. This one's got more health, more weight, more stamina. This one has a really good trait. If you see, the trait for this one is Carcass Bearer 2, which is really good. You can see what it says here. It reduces the weight of chitin, hide, keratin, organic polymer, which is huge, pelt, and wool. Alright, so I need to make a shovel because I got this treasure map yesterday and I want to be able to use it. I'm sure we'll get something good out of that. Okay, so I just got a new Karcha saddle out of a supply drop. It's a U-Terrain saddle. Alright, so I think that's all the incentive we need to go out and look for a new Karcha today, right? So let's do it. Oh, that's a nice little secret hidden base. Check it out. Server went offline once again. Blah, blah, blah. This literally happens every day, like multiple times a day. It's very ridiculous. We're back, finally. And I forgot what I was doing before the game even crashed. That's how long it's been. Okay, so I just remembered. We were making a shovel, and then we were going to go out for the Karcha. So, that's what we're going to do. We got our shovel. Now we're going to head out. I got to repair my armor, though. Dude, look how far this treasure... this treasure is so far away, it's crazy. Well, there's a 135 Bronto right here outside my base with a baby. And we do need a fifth baby, so we only have 4, so... Gotta try and kill this guy without killing the baby, or, damaging the baby too much. Make one, I took a bit of a beating, but it is alright. We got the kill. Here's the baby. Now we are officially heading out. Gotta be back in 50 minutes for the imprint on the baby ranios. But I'm gonna start with these red supply drops I'm seeing around the map. Got okay. We got an alright blueprint. Alright black boots blueprint from the Astral Raptor. Put that on the RG's inventory. Definitely keeping those Rex arms. Alright, cool. Alright, here we are. It's only a blue treasure map, an apprentice, so I'm not expecting the greatest rewards in the world, but I'm expecting something nice at least. Oh my god. An industrial... Let's freaking go. What? Oh my goodness. Yo, I was expecting like some ascendant armor, maybe an ascendant weapon or something. A freaking industrial grinder out of a treasure chest. That's crazy. Oh, we're gonna put that to use. Do we have so much stuff back at that freaking outpost that we can use this grinder for? Oh, that's amazing, bro. Got a red drop. OMG. An even better rifle. Let's go. I'll take all that. I don't need this bullet blueprint though. I don't think. Actually, I'm gonna hang on to it until I know that I don't need it. Where'd it go? Not really sure who Bernard Hill is, but rest in peace, Bernard Hill. Anyway, I just stopped for a drop, and Meguana just like slammed into that wall. And then I was just like, oh, this is interesting. So, yes, rest in peace to Bernard Hill. Thank you, Bernard Hill, for whatever it is you've done. Damn, a 140 Anki. And then a 20, LOL. Alright, another ringed drop. Obviously not as impressive as the other one, but that's fine. The cartridge should be somewhere nearby. My gene scanner kind of brought me to this area, and I don't know, it was tracking around here some. Oh, there it is, there it is. Okay. Hey, move, bastard. Anyway, let's see what level we have. What level? It's a 55. Oh, that's not impressive at all, man. A 55 is not impressive. That's not an impressive meat eater. You know what? Honestly, I might tame this Karcha and use it as a host for another radio. Like, this thing is obviously doo-doo, so I'm not even gonna like waste my time with it. I think I'm just gonna tame it, and then I'm gonna use it as another host for another radio Natha. And maybe we can get an even better radio out of this. Who knows? We'll see, we'll see. Alright, I'm gonna use this I'm gonna use this fabricated pistol that I got from a supply drop as our killing weapon. Jeez, we are so overweight with this thing, golly. Oh man, we can barely move. Dang, is there something I can drop? Not really. I want to keep all these things. Maybe the ammonite bar? No, we shouldn't drop that. We need that. That could be a radio pregnancy craving request, ammonite bile. I didn't have any before when we came from the island. And actually, those two rhino that I got, neither of them are perfect babies, which is why I'm open to like getting a third one, because those two, one of them I only got 40% of the pregnancy craving because it requested two things that I had, and then the third thing it requested was element. Oh my god, I'm gonna die here. Oh, no, never mind, we're good. The third thing it requested was element. I don't have any element. There are ways to get element, but it would have taken me too long to get it. So I only got 40% on that one, and that was the level 88. And then the other one, that's level 134, we got like 80% of the pregnancy cravings with that, because the last thing it requested was extraordinary kibble, which we didn't make before we came here. I had one extraordinary egg to make the extraordinary kibble, which I probably should have done that. But I was at work, and I was playing from my phone with the PlayStation app, or with the Remote Play app. I was using the Remote Play app to like do the pregnancy cravings while I was at work, and it's hard to like play on that tiny screen. So it would have been too much to like try and go back to the island and make the extraordinary kibble and then like bring it back while like playing on a phone and like being at work at the same time. So yeah, I didn't do that. So we got 80% on that one, which is why it went to 134. But honestly, with 100%, it would have went so much higher. Probably would have had at least 150. But it's all good. Okay, first part done. I guess because it's a lower level Karcha, it allowed me to go farther with the first round of kills. It's at 45%. So yeah, we won't have to use all 5 babies, which is great. Okay, Karcher has cleared the area pretty much. I think we are good to go on the second baby. And hopefully we have no hiccups with this. I have to get this done soon because like we have less than 3 minutes until those baby rhinonathers need imprinting. So I know we're not going to be done with this in less than 3 minutes, but you know, the sooner we can get back to our outpost, the better. Okay, hopefully no issues here, right? Alright, we're good. Second stop is at 84%, I think. Yep, 84%. This juvenile Bronto is so freaking heavy, bro. I can like barely even move. Oh no, we're stuck. That's not good. Let me go. Let me out. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. Jeez, man, my helmet took a bunch of damage from that. Okay. Alright, here it is. A measly level 79 Karcher. It's not impressive at all. And that's why we're going to use her as nothing more than an egg sack. At least she'll have a good saddle. She'll be able to survive. I am going to level its health. We gotta get back to our outpost and imprint those rhino. Alright, so this fucking annoying game crashed 3 times in a row, back to back. Literally every time. The first time it crashed, I logged it again, it crashed again. I logged it again, it crashed again. Of course it crashed near these stupid elephants, just like last time. And my Meguana has been over here just getting attacked by these things the entire time. Get over here. Well, this game was extremely annoying for like the past 10 minutes. Literally crashed 3 times on me. The Meguana was just being attacked the entire time. I kept trying to get back in the game and get back to the Meguana, but every time I logged it, it just crashed again. So irritating, bro. Alright, so I just went on a giant meat run with the Karcher. This is what it's got. Dang it, I was not trying to drop that. Anyway, I went on this meat run so that the Karcher could have food. That way, when we begin the process for our new rhino, or our next rhino, we won't have to worry about food for a little bit. The Karcher will have plenty in its inventory. And we're just going to let it, feed off of that until we need to take it out for food again. So just walking it back up to like our base area now. Alright, well, we aren't going to be able to get the Karcher up there with the other rhino, but we did walk it close enough to where we are posted at. So this should be good here. And now I'm going to go ahead and head out, look for the rhinonathers again, and see what we can find today. Alright, so we've made it back to the swamp. I see 3 rhinonathers here, and I think they're all males. So we don't need any males, but... Oh, there's a 4th one just came in. It's a level 25 female. What is that trait? Protective 2. Okay. Well, we got 3 males, 1 female. So we know where to be. Okay. We have a level 100 female that spawned in. I'm not gonna go for that though because I think 100 is like I think the threshold for me is probably like 130. Yeah, 130 is where I'm aiming around. So anything below that is unacceptable. So we're gonna give it a miss. All right, got two more that just came into the frame. Here we got 25. Ooh, is that a female? I think that's a female. There's a 145. I can't tell if that one's a male or female. It is a female. A 145 female. Holy hell. Okay. Well, clearly we will be going for that. What's this we got? Numb trait. Okay. So we're going for the 125 female. Just gotta get her attention. And also we gotta get rid of the 25. So I'm gonna try and do that real quick. Make sure I'm targeting the right one. Okay, the 25 is the brown one. Oh no. Well, 145 is following us home. Let's see if we have any good fortune with this. Our Karcha was a low-level Karcha, so I'm not expecting like an amazing level. I think the Karcha was like 55 when we found it, if I remember correctly. So I'm thinking anywhere between, 55 and 145, obviously. But I'm hoping it's going to be a little on the higher end because I'd like for that level 88 to be the lowest one that we have. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Might as well grab this purple drop while we're waiting. Nice. Okay, she's looking pretty bad, so you'd think that any moment would be the moment now. Oh no, okay. Oh, I'm so concerned. Oh, look at that. This is one of those legendary green drops I heard about, I think. It's like a drop that you can get element from and all kinds of crazy things. I'm probably gonna go to that. Well, I'm definitely gonna go to that. Not probably. If, you know, we hurry up and get this process done. Hopefully no one else is like trying to beat me to it. I don't know. But I've never gotten one of those green drops before. And that one has a ring, so might be something very good in there. Man, she is like relentless. Did she do the imp? No. She didn't even... What is happening? I think the game's lagging. Oh yeah, okay. I was like, she didn't even do the implant, she just dipped. But no. We're good. We still have an opportunity. Oh, the Karcha doesn't even have the pheromone. My game keeps freezing. Come on. Is this a server crash? I think this is a server crash. Well, sure enough, it was a server crash. Which is horrible because that means it's going to wipe the wild creatures when it loads back up. Which means that Rhino that we're using currently is going to be gone. And the supply drops are going to be reset, which means that green drop that we just saw is going to be gone. It's perfect timing. Thank you so much, Wildcard. We love Wildcard. Well, well, well. Alright, the server has come back up now. And of course, as we knew, the green drop and the rhino are both gone. Thank you again, Wildcard. We love you. Anyway, I have to heal the Karcha up a little bit because it did take some damage. But luckily, the Karcha can heal itself pretty quick once you start killing things with it. So, I mean, it only lost about 5,000 health. I honestly might not even heal it up. I might just leave it and head out to find another rhino. Well, one positive thing that did come out of this, I will say, is the fact that the wild creatures got wiped. Because before this, there was no other Karcha on the map. And I checked because I wanted to potentially see if there was like a better Karcha I could use for this new rhino that I'm going to get. But there wasn't any, and now there is one. So we'll see what that's like. And then also I'll check for another Giga as well, because the Giga that was on the map before the crash was level 25, so was not impressed by that, obviously. But I'm basically just trying to see if there is possibly a large carnivore that is a higher level than 55, and then we'll be able to use that one instead of what we're currently using, because I want to make sure I have the best chances of getting a higher rhino for this last time around. Alright, Karcha has been found. Let's see what we got. Level 50. Oh my. Yeah, that's exciting. So, obviously, that's a no. But it's okay because we still have a Giga that we can look for. Or we can see if there's a Giga. Nope. Okay. Okay, back here at the swamp, now that we've been screwed out of our high-level female rhino, we now get the amazing privilege of looking for a new one. So, great. Let's see what we got. What's that? Oh wow. A 140 right off the bat. Okay, the game is being a little bit nice. It's got distracting 2 as a trait. It's not an interesting trait, but it doesn't matter. We're just looking for the level. So cool, we have a 140 here. Which, I mean, the game just kind of robbed us of 5 levels, but that's okay. That is okay. I will take a 140 replacement. Just gonna rebuild my stam, and then we'll head out with the female, of course. Okay. Come on, lady phone. We're going on an adventure. Let's make sure no one else is following. Nope, the others are still down there. We are good to go. Well, we've made it back here to start our process over again. And now the only thing that I'm like wondering about is what was in that green drop now. Those are like the most rare drops in the game. I think they only spawn on this map, and you can get like the most valuable things out of them. So it's just got me curious, like what was in that drop, I wonder. Probably something amazing. Probably something the game didn't even want me to have. You know, they're just like, we're just gonna crash the server. So, but anyway, back at it. Alright, my Karcha is looking kind of bloody. She's still got more than half health though, so she'll be fine. Got a good saddle on. So now I just need to watch the Rhino. It still has not gone in to do the implant. Oh, it shouldn't be too much longer. Dude, she's up here attacking my young Rhino. Get out of here. Oh my god, why are you up here? I don't even know why she came up here. What the hell, bro? I have to get her attention. She's gonna kill this thing. Gotta be quick. Hopefully she doesn't come back up here again. Poor little Rhino. How are you looking? Oh, you're alright. Definitely looks like she's gonna die if she takes another hit. Oh. There she goes. Where'd she fly off to? Oh, okay. Quickly now. Just gonna get rid of her. So we don't want her coming back. Alright, there it is, finally. Okay, so right off the bat, the first request is element. Oh my god, there's no way. That's hilarious. Welp, I've come back to the island because I only know of one way to get some easy element. And I'm gonna make sure we take care of that as soon as possible because, I mean, we still have time on that pregnancy. So as long as we have some time, I think it's okay that we go and try and collect some element for this craving, so that way we can at least get like as much percentage as possible when it comes to the birth of the newest Rhino. So I'm here, gonna grab some things that I need, and then we're gonna head out to the place that we're collecting element from, which will be the map Extinction. See what we got. 78. Okay, we'll definitely take that. One thing I may need here is the makeshift mega lab. I would explain everything that it does right now, but I kind of don't want to do all that. Basically, it's like an upgraded version of the chemistry bench, except you can also use it to craft element and element dust and things like that. This is a Bob's Tall Tale DLC item, obviously, as you can see with the Bob's head right there, unlocked at level 92. So I'm going to craft this real quick, and then another thing I need to be able to craft is unstable element, and I'll show you that. Here, you can unlock at level 58. This doesn't require any DLC. I'm also unlock the shard, and I'll show you more of that once we get to where we're going as well. But I need to craft this Mega Lab. We craft the Mega Lab in the fabricator, and it does require a lot. Oh, I'm missing electronics. Okay. I was like, what am I missing, bro? Electronics. I know we have electronics. We got plenty of those. Structures, crafting, and there it is. Makeshift Mega Lab. This thing only runs on element, so you do have to have element to run it. But that's okay, because where we're going, we're going to get the element. So, it's all going to work out. Okay, here we are on Extinction. I'm going to go ahead and spawn in. Where am I at? I think I do want to be... Those are the sulfur fields. Okay, so I do want to be on this side, I guess. This is fine. I'm going to spawn here. Sanctuary Central, which is the first easy spawn. And this is a dangerous map, so right off the bat, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself. Which Meguana is this actually? Oh, this is one that we haven't leveled. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on my Meguana. Definitely want to get off the floor as soon as possible. Excuse the child in the background. Oh, got a little bit of lag. Freezing up. Okay. Now, I'm not too well. I am kind of familiar with this map. I've been here a little bit on my unofficial server, but I don't know everything there is to know about this map. I've only come here to like get the orbital supply drops or like collect element from the element veins. Okay, oh, we were being chased by an enforcer, I think. Okay, so once you get on this map, the thing you want to do to find the element veins is to head out into the Wasteland. The Wasteland is easy because it's all over the map. I mean, it's easy to locate because it's mostly covering the map. Gonna do a quick show on the map as soon as we get away from the dangers, but I mean, there's dangers everywhere. Anyway, on the map, you can spawn in the sanctuary, which is like this green zone. It's the only safe zone on the map. I mean, kind of. These other parts here. Well, this and this are also kind of safe spots. Of course, I'm being targeted by everything. I'm trying to ignore these things. But on the map, you spawn inside the sanctuary if that's where you want to spawn. But everything outside of the sanctuary is considered the wasteland. So once you leave the giant walls of the sanctuary, which look like this, the sanctuary is there. But once you go past the border of the sanctuary, you've entered the wasteland, and in the wasteland is where you can find the element. So in order to find the element, we got to look around a little bit, and we have to find an element vein, or you can find an orbital supply drop. Depending on what quality of the supply drop it is, it'll give you element sometimes. And I'll go more into that later if we come across one. But mostly I'm just going to look for like a small element vein. Don't need nothing too crazy because we only need one piece of element. So yeah, you have to fly around, look around. I'm looking around. They spawn in random places. You'll kind of know it when you see it because it looks like a giant, like purple and black, I don't know, like crystallized substance coming out of the ground. And I'll come back when we find one. Okay, so I've located an orbital supply drop. The way you can tell there's an orbital supply drop nearby is by the smoke trail. It's kind of like if someone lit a giant campfire or something. Even in the sky, from the air, you can see the smoke rising. This one is not a good one. This is only a beta. And there's 4 levels to the supply drops here. There's Gamma, which is the lowest, Beta, which is second lowest, Alpha, which is third best, and then there's, or second best, and then there's the Legendary, which is the best one. So I'm not gonna, well, the way you get them to despawn so that another one can respawn is that you go near it. You can either just stand by it or you can, well, I guess you can't activate it, but you just wait by it. You have to be nearby. It'll eventually like begin the process of like starting a supply drop. These are kind of like missions. It's like a wave thing. You have to like defeat the waves of enemies. But basically once it starts up, if you don't want to do it, you just leave. But you have to make sure you start it first, and that's what it looks like when it starts. It'll spawn a force field, and then once it does that, you just leave, and it'll despawn, and then a new one will spawn. On this map, there can only be 3 orbital supply drops or element veins at a time, so they're a little bit rare, but you just fly around the wasteland until you find one. So if there's like 2 element veins and 1 orbital supply drop, then that's it. Or if you find like 2 orbital supply drops, then there's only like 1 element vein on the map at that time. So we found a supply drop, we just got rid of it, and we're just going to keep looking around until we see either an element vein or a better supply drop. Here's another smoke trail I'm seeing straight ahead. Just going to check this one out. Kind of looks like a gamma. Okay. So it is a gamma drop, which is no good, so we're not going to do this. Okay, here we go. I think this is an alpha vein, but I'm kind of hoping it's not, because I really don't want to deal with an alpha vein. The alpha veins are like, they're the hardest ones to deal with. And we really don't have much time. Oh, it's a beta. Okay, this is fine. A beta vein is okay. One thing I do need though, or I'm going to need, is a pickaxe, and we don't have one. So I'm hoping we can get one just by doing the wave thing here with the element vein. So to get this process started, all you have to do is same thing with the orbital supply drop. You just walk up to the element vein. As soon as you walk up to the element vein, it's going to begin the process. It's going to start spawning waves of corrupted creatures, and these corrupted creatures are basically just like any other creature that spawns in the game, except they're like mad, obviously, because they're corrupted. So they'll be attacking you, they'll be attacking the element veins. You have to try and defend the element vein from the waves of creatures. I believe there's like 5 waves on any element vein. And you have to be careful with this because they can spawn pretty much anything. It could be like wyverns, which are dangerous. It could be gigas, it could be corrupted karchas, it could be like corrupted reapers. Any kind of creature can be spawned as a corrupted. So you just got to really make sure you have a strong creature to be able to deal with the things that they're going to throw at you. And when you see the corrupted creature spawning in, you just kill them off as quickly as you can, and try not to let them damage too much of the element vein, because the more they damage it, the less element you get from the element vein in the end. So keep that in mind. Okay. It's starting. Alright, so you'll know when creatures are getting spawned, the corrupted creatures, because you'll see like a purple or pinkish looking light. And you'll see the corrupted creature, of course, which there's a corrupted trike right here. And they're going to come running to the element vein and try and destroy it. And you just got to defend the element. And that's it. Look, you can even get corrupted little delos spawning in like that. So just make sure your eyes are open, because you could have like a tiny corrupted creature that you can't see. And you'd probably be wondering, like, why has the wave not ended? And it could be because you have like a tiny corrupted creature somewhere attacking the vein. The good thing about this though is that when there are like small hidden creatures, you can see them like this, because the element vein does kind of highlight them. Like, I didn't see that raptor there, but with the highlight, the little blue circle, I'm able to see it now. So it's attacking the element vein, of course. We're just going to kill it off. We got a stone hatchet, which isn't the best weapon, but as of right now, it's the only thing we have that we could possibly use to collect the element at the end of this. You do need a great pickaxe when you're doing these, so I would advise bring your best pickaxe, because once you finish defending the element vein, you want to be able to collect the element, and the way you do that is by having a pickaxe and you mine the element from the vein, of course. You can use a hatchet as well. So make sure you have metal tools, like a good metal tool. The stone tools are not going to really work that well. But we did just get a stone hatchet from killing that raptor. And since it's all we got at the moment, we'll probably be using this at the end to collect the element. Also, another thing you get from killing corrupted creatures is corrupted nodules, like this, which are basically the same thing as organic polymer. You can use it just like organic polymer for anything you would use polymer on. Like if you want to craft something and you need polymer, you can use corrupted nodules. They do expire just like organic polymer. And you can preserve this in the inventory of a snail, just like organic polymer. Oh, I was like, where are the creatures? They're not coming. Here we go. And if you want to know what wave you're on out of the 5 waves, you can just look at the element vein. It says we're on wave 0 of 5, and there's 2 hostiles remaining. And those 2 hostiles, I'm assuming, are these guys over here. Or maybe not, because they're not attacking the vein. Sometimes the corrupted creatures just like stand around or like won't even come to you. They get distracted. They'll start attacking something else, and instead of the element vein, and then you have to like chase them down and kill them. But make sure you just don't go too far from the element vein, because if you leave the area, of course, it's going to despawn, just like with the orbital supply drops that we encountered earlier. Oh, here's the 2 creatures. There's 2 tiny delos. That's what it was. Here we go. It is going to play music every time like a new wave starts and a wave ends. So make sure you have the music turned on if you don't, so you know when the waves are ending and starting. Or if you don't want to listen to the music, I guess just pay attention to what's around you and look for any corrupted creatures in the area. And we're already getting a corrupted wyvern coming to attack, it looks like. Or is that a pteranodon? Oh, it's a pteranodon. It's a corrupted pteranodon. Okay. We got some corrupted pteranodons coming in, trying to attack the vein. And basically, the vein is all of the element things that you see sticking up out of the ground here. So all of these like hard purple and black pieces are all the element vein. This in the center is like the main vein, but everything around it is part of the vein as well. So you have to protect all of them. If you see a creature attacking even like a small bit on the ground like that, then make sure you kill it off, because that still does count towards the damage of the element vein. So you have to defend the entire thing. And depending on which element vein you have, whether it be gamma, beta, or alpha, the element veins do get smaller or larger. If we had a gamma, that would be the lowest one, and it would be smaller than this. But we have a beta, so it's a bit bigger, and there's more like vein shards around to protect. And with the alpha, there's going to be a huge area covered with the element, and you have to protect all of it. So that's what you need to know. And make sure you have like a really strong Kartra or a Giga to come and do this. Luckily we had one, so we are making great use of it now. This is a great way to gain XP as well, because you get a lot of XP when doing this. You get a lot of XP, you get a lot of corrupted nodules, so if you want if you need organic polymer and maybe there's no other way for you, if you have a Giga or a Kartra that you've tamed, you can come here, you can do element veins, or you can do orbital supply drops and kill corrupted creatures, and you'll get lots of corrupted nodules, which you can use for polymer. I'm gonna take that stone pick. I'm gonna drop this stuff because it's weighing my Giga down, and we gotta keep moving. You can also get black pearls from killing corrupted creatures. So if you need black pearls, this is a great way to get them as well. I'm probably going to keep the hide. Also, I'm going to keep the leech blood because we can definitely use that. That is a craving as well, which we didn't have before, so it's good to have now. Alright, this is wave 3 of 5. It's taken at least 10 minutes so far to get to this point. I prefer using Karchas than Gigas on these things. A lot of people use Gigas because Gigas just deal way more damage right off the bat. But the Karcha's ability allows it to build up a significant amount of damage as well. It's just, it happens over time instead of just like as soon as you start attacking. So I would say as far as damage, the Karchas and Gigas are like equally the same if you have them, you know, around the same levels. The only difference is with the Karcha you have to build it up, and the Giga you don't have to build it up, so it just happens right away. But the Karcha is better because the Karcha can heal itself quickly with its ability, as well as with its ability it moves a lot quicker. The Giga is just like a very slow, tanky powerhouse, and the Karcha is slow too, but once you start killing things and it starts to get like its frenzy mode, then it starts to move a lot quicker. So I would say overall the Karcha is better for this type of thing. Okay, we got a metal hatchet from killing something. Look how much hide we've collected. It's crazy. So I would say if you do these, make sure you bring something that can carry lots of weight as well. And we're on wave 4 of 5 right now, I believe. So this will be ending soon. The only reason this is taking me so long right now is because the Giga is just so slow. I really prefer using the Karcha for this, but the 2 Karchas that I have back on the island, neither of them are fit enough to handle this, I think. It would have been a nightmare trying to do this with like a level 80 Karcha. So yeah, the Giga was the best option, but it is the slowest option. This has definitely been about 30 minutes, and it's dragging on because the Giga just moves way too slow. Destroyed like one piece of the element vein over here, which I'm okay with because we don't need that much anyway. We only need a few pieces, so we'll be fine. But I gotta make sure they don't destroy the core element vein, because if they destroy the one in the center, all of the veins get destroyed. So you have to make sure you're protecting the center vein. As long as this is fine, then everything else will be fine. But they can break off the smaller pieces, so you know, that's why you gotta protect them. They did just break like 2 smaller ones, but that's fine. I think the server is gonna crash because it hasn't allowed me to attack, and the creatures are just kind of stuck. Yep, can't open our inventory. This is definitely a crash. Which means, once this server crashes, we come back, this element vein is no longer going to be here. That sucks. These do despawn when the servers go down. And that's terrible because we are literally on wave 4, bro. Like, we're in the last 2 waves and then the server decides to go down. Like, that's so stupid. At least we'll still have all the things we have collected so far, but now we'll have to waste time finding a new element vein and going through the waves of that one. So, once again, for like the 2nd time today, thank you, Wildcard. You have such an amazing game here. Well, there it goes. And now it'll probably be about 15 minutes before we even get back in to the server. Ugh, that really sucks. We're going to be losing a lot of time on that rhino pregnancy. So, amazing. Oh, we're back in. And, of course, we don't have the element vein anymore. So that was a huge waste of time. Like a really big waste of time. Oh, man. Well, we have to find another element vein now, which is amazing. I mean, I think by the time we actually find another element vein and like finally get this done, there's 2 orbital supply drops right in front of me. What? I think by the time we find another element vein and get this done, like we're gonna be out of time on the Rhinio pregnancy back on Astraeus. So, I mean, honestly, it's like, is it even worth it anymore? I mean, I could still attempt to get some element here, but that really just set us back big time because we were so close to being done and having the element and getting out of here. But that was a setback. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, that was an alpha orbital supply drop. And the only reason I'm not going to engage that is because... Oh, the make one. I'm like, what? Is because I don't have the means to properly defend it. Usually whenever people are defending these things, they kind of... You bring, you want to bring like some behemoth gates and like maybe some spike walls and things like that, like things that you can place that are like defensive structures. And on PVE, the corrupted creatures cannot destroy your structures because, I mean, it's just not allowed on PVE, I guess. But I don't have the means to properly defend this right now because I didn't bring anything extra with me. Even though that is a good drop, an alpha drop is a good one, but we can't defend it because I don't really have much. So, not gonna do that. Is that a legendary one also? Oh wow, that's a legendary drop right there as well, which somebody's already defending. So as you can see, this is usually how you defend an orbital supply drop. Like this guy has, he's got spike walls placed down, and they've got a bunch of metal structures placed around it to keep the corrupted creatures from attacking it. And I don't have any structures with me, so I can't do the same with that alpha supply drop. The legendary ones are even better. So my only option is to find an element vein because it's the only thing I can properly defend right now. And that sucks for me. Okay. Found another beta vein. So maybe we can defend this one. But, I mean, geez, man, that first process already took so long. This is just going to take even longer. So it really sucks that we have to start all over. And I wish this would have been a gamma. I need some food. My character's starving. I don't have anything. I may have to use my make one to like gather some berries. And our Giga's already taken a beating from the first run, which is not awesome. I'll keep these berries. And since it's not like the Kartra, it won't be able to heal itself all easy. Should put that in my hotbar, didn't it? I mean, I honestly just might, like, not even pursue this because, geez, it's already been so long. I have no idea how much time I have left on the Rhinio pregnancy, as well as I'm just getting tired of doing this. Those first 4 waves that we did was, like, enough for me. And the fact that we got kicked out on wave 4 is really stupid. So, yeah, it's kind of disappointing and very off-putting. So, I don't know. We'll see. If I feel like this is going well enough, then I might continue, but I'm honestly not in the mood to continue this anymore. So we'll probably just... actually, you know what? No, we're not doing this. I'm not going to repeat this process. Yeah, I'm out of here. We're just going to get back to the sanctuary, head to a terminal, and transfer back to Astraeus, because I'm not going to do that again. I just don't feel like going through that again, so we're not doing it. It's fine. What I will do is I will just end the rhino pregnancy that we currently have going. And the way you would do that is simply by cryoing the creature that is carrying the rhino. So once we get back to Astraeus, I'll just cryo the Karcha, and we'll try again another time. And I'll make sure next time that I come here and do an element vein before we start the Karcha process. I mean, the rhino process. Because if we have some element before we do it, then we won't have to worry about trying to do this as we're like in the middle of the pregnancy. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer back. Where are the terminals? There's supposed to be like 2 terminals here. I think the game's being kind of buggy. It's not loading everything in. Just gonna leave the area and come back. But the only way you can transfer off of this map is by accessing a terminal, and you use the terminal to transfer. Just like on Astraeus, the only way you pretty much get off of that map is by accessing a supply drop. As far as I know. Because I have not seen like any obelisks on that map, so I don't know how else people get off of there if you don't like have a teleporter. Okay, I'm a little annoyed because, I mean, not only has this whole experience just been crap, but also the terminals are not appearing for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on with the game. It's being pretty buggy, and the terminals just will not appear. So now, not only have I had a shitty experience here, I cannot leave the map. So that's super annoying, and I don't know. I don't know what to do. Trying to find a terminal so I can get off of here, but I don't know what's wrong with the game. It's not loading the terminals. They're not appearing, so I can't travel off. And on this map, you cannot use the obelisks because they are not working. There is no terminal for you to travel on the obelisks here. So you just have to find one of the terminals around the map and use that to travel. I know of another one that's like over here in the Wasteland, so maybe I can use that to get off the map. But this game's being very annoying right now. This whole Extinction experience was just garbage. Okay, this one's here. So we can use this.